The Daytona 500 on Fox is brought to you by new Haviland Motor Oil technology, formulated for improved gas mileage. Add more life to your car. By Sears, the good life at a great price, guaranteed. By Autotrader.com, the biggest, best used car site on the planet. And by Coca-Cola. Enjoy.
Welcome back to Daytona, where Ward Burton continues to lead, Dale Earnhardt Jr. and now Dave Blaney. So, who are the drivers who've won the Daytona 500 from the pole more than once?
Bill Elliott.
That's my pick, too.
And Cale Yarborough.
Cale Yarborough, yeah.
Our Pep Boys trivia. You're riding with Bill Elliott, pole sitter for the 500. Right now runs back in 37. Now at Fox, we'd like to bring a lot of innovations to NASCAR, including a way to help you at home identify the cars more easily than before. It's not quite ready, but we'll give you a small taste of what we're doing. There you see that pointer aiming at Ward Burton, help you find him if we're talking about where he is in relation to rookie Casey Atwood. Fox Tracks will point out their speed as of the moment. It's an innovation that we'll hope to get all the bugs ironed out and roll it out for real in a couple of weeks. But just another way those of us at Fox are trying to help those of you at home enjoy NASCAR racing.
I saw why Ward Burton's better than that race car the other one that was highlighted. He's running faster miles per hour through the corner. About the same on the straightaway, but faster through the corner, Darrell.
I was surprised nobody picked Ward to win the Daytona 500. I know he is capable. I know that car's fast enough. It's just a matter if the strategy will work out for him or not.
You know, a car we hadn't talked about is that blue and silver number 6, Mark Martin, started 22nd. We watched him yesterday in practice. He smiled for the first time in 10 days. He had his old car driving good, his old motor's running good, and he was the only one of 4 Roush cars that did not change their race engine this morning.
Yeah, I believe as time goes by, we'll see parity come to the top. I think what you'll find is all these makes are pretty equal in the race.
Dodge racing at Daytona for the first time since 1983, and they've spent a lot of time up front today. Sterling Marlin thus far has led 24 laps. Ward Burton will lead his 15th lap of the day, also in a Dodge right now.
And that's his teammate, the 93 car, Dave Blaney, there behind Dale Earnhardt Jr., both driving for Bill Davis Racing.
One thing I've noticed about the Dodge, the Sterlings and the 22 car both, is when they want to get in front, they seem to have the stuff to get it done. Everybody else struggles a little bit. They seem to be able to pull out and go to the front.
Last Dodge to lead a lap in Winston Cup racing, Buddy Arrington, Atlanta, March 1983 until today.
I was there. I was at that race. I think I won it.
Jimmy Spencer returns to the race after changing the rear end against Travis Carter, 26.
You know, there's a time in every race when you just kind of get in this mode we're in right now as a driver and as a crew. All right, let's get some laps on the board. Let's ride along here a little bit, and let's see what's going to happen to these cars. We didn't make it quite to the green flag stop a while ago, so let's run these laps here and see what's going to happen.
Those 2 rookies, Casey Atwood in 19 and Andy Houston in the yellow and red 96, they've worked together a lot today. And Andy Houston, his car was another one. Put a new race motor in this morning. Got that Robert Yates power there.
Yeah, and Leffler's right in there, too, in the 01 car. He's just kind of hanging in there. Hadn't made a lot of noise, but he's right up in the middle of them.
Darrell, a lot of the veteran drivers may not trust the rookies. Are they then left to work with each other?
Well, you got to earn trust. That's really what it's all about. And those guys know that. These rookies do. These are smart kids that are coming in our sport today, and they don't make a lot of mistakes, and the veterans pay attention to that.
You do have to earn that trust. Mike Skinner, when I went to work for him, he said, Larry, I don't understand it. Nobody will run with me. I said, Darrell, drivers aren't too smart. When they go off in the corner and the caution lights are on and you're in the fence, that means they can't run with you.
That's right. Well, they're not predictable. They don't have the experience, so you don't really know what their G2 is. You don't know what to expect out of them. And so you watch them. The best thing can happen to a rookie in this race, when it's over with, you never knew he was in the field.
Ron Hornaday, one of those rookies, number 14, in 8th place. Kurt Busch, Ian Hornaday out of the Truck Series. Jason Leffler spent last year in the Busch Series, and before that ran USAC Midgets. Casey Atwood last year in the Busch Series. Before that, he ran late models at Nashville.
Well, the Truck Series is producing some pretty good racers. Andy Houston and Hornaday's in there. Greg Biffle was in the Busch car yesterday. So these guys are producing the trucks are producing some good drivers.
This is Mike Skinner, was up there leading before the caution. After the caution, remember they talked about his car being a little loose, going to make some adjustments. Sometimes you can over-adjust. If he was leading and he was telling me I'm a little loose, I might say, let's try another set of tires and see if that changes. He's all the way back at 27th position now and losing more.
You know what? Every time I put wedge in the car here, added wedge to the car to try to tighten it up, it made it looser.
Steve?
Well, yeah, when the 31 came in, he complained of being loose. They were going to add wedge, take some air out of the left front. But he has not said a word to the team since he's gone back out there. All we hear is a spotter telling him about the traffic around him. But Mike Skinner has not said a word, Dick Berggren.
Bill Elliott, who started on the pole, is all the way back to 38th right now, way at the tail end. I just spoke with his crew chief, Mike Ford, asked him what's wrong. He said, well, he's just kind of laying back. And I said, well, is there anything more in that? Ford looked at me and said, I sure hope so.
There's last year's winner, Dale Jarrett, this year's pole sitter and three-time winner, Bill Elliott. They're all hanging out back.
Yeah, and I think what they're thinking is they're just going to drag everybody back to their level. If they're not going to run up front, I think everybody's just going to back up to them.
I don't know. Tell that to Ward Burton and Dale Earnhardt Jr. as they bring this group around. 70 laps complete this time. 175 miles. And Ward Burton leads the Daytona 500 on Fox.